start with Sean Cunningham.
Hey Ty, how's it going, man?
I'm good. How you doing?
Very good, very good. For you guys, I guess here you are in kind of familiar territory. I mean, it seems like streak of bad, streak of good, streak of bad again. Maybe it's not quite what it was just a few weeks ago, but here you are with some practice time. Do you guys how much are you guys hoping that just a lot of good comes from this lone practice time that you've had?
Yeah, I mean, we just got to turn it around. Like we talked about, when we went through the first kind of bad stretch there's nobody coming to save us. We got to do it ourselves. So just about coming together right now and understanding that our backs are kind of against the wall. And, we got a good team coming up here in Miami and then, some really good teams coming up on this road trip. So, we got to be ready to go. Just got to turn this thing around. You don't want to, get away from 500, get too far away from 500 where it's hard to, kind of climb back up. So just trying to fix that and, just start winning games again. But, we're just coming together as a team and understanding that, it's got to be us and it's got to happen, sooner than later.
And the way you guys have lost, especially in the streak, is it seems like it's different way every night. Maybe the defense is a familiar theme, but like the Memphis game was effort. This last game, they killed you from the perimeter. Is there a common thread you're seeing in these four losses?
I would just say defensively, that's probably the biggest one is like we're giving up a lot of points right now. And I think defensively, when we get stops, that allows us to be better offensively because we can play in transition, obviously with Fox and Buddy and HB and, our bigs and myself. And, I think all the guys, we like to play in transition and get out and run. And it's kind of hard to do that when you let them score and then kind of set their offense every time. So we just got to be better defensively because that's going to help us, on the offensive side, but also hold teams from scoring when if we're having a rough night offensively. So I just say defensively is probably the biggest part of it right now.
Marshall Harris.
Hey, Tyrese, you had that modicum of success coming out of the gate. Then you have a whole lot of losing, a whole lot of winning. Now it's back to the losing. Can you tell me what the biggest difference is? Maybe, or if there is a difference to the feel of this particular stretch of 4 games compared to that stretch where you're losing 9 out of 11?
Less games, I guess. Less games. Like it hasn't been, 9 out of 11. I'd say it's probably the biggest difference. I'd say this is more frustrating because we know what we're capable of. And we've done it for longer periods of time, right? Like when we went through the first and lost 9 out of 11, we had started, I think, 3-1, and we started well, and then kind of went through that stretch. But we responded, and we showed from I think the New York game to for a while there, we were from that stretch we were top 10 in defense. When we were winning like that, and now we've kind of got back to not defending, and it's been hard for us to win games. So it's a little frustrating because we know what we're capable of. So. But this kind of through kind of what happens in the trials and tribulations of an NBA season. So it happens. So we just got to answer and respond to that.
As far as the game tomorrow night, do you feel like this is a game where you feel like you owe Miami one? That was the only loss you suffered in that stretch of 8 games. How much are you looking forward to another shot at those guys specifically and kind of employing what you were doing so successfully during that time?
Yeah, I mean, you're playing a team that was in the finals last year. So anytime you play a team like that who's been very successful, you got to wake up ready to play, right? I think as competitors, you got to love that challenge. And, we do feel like, we put ourselves in position to win. Last game, we just didn't make enough plays down the stretch and when we lost to Miami the first time. So, it's the great thing about basketball is that you get another crack at them. So we're just ready for the opportunity and excited for the challenge to compete against those guys again.
Jason Jones.
Hey, what's going on, Tyrese?
What's up?
No, in the last couple of games, it seemed like that second unit with you and some of the rest of the reserves was giving the team a boost. And before, Lucas talked about the second team whooping on the first team in practice. What do you see about that unit you guys have off the bench that seems to click pretty consistently over the course of the season?
Yeah, I mean, I think we kind of can read the flow of the game and understand what we have to bring to the table. I think everybody understands what's needed of them. I think that's been the biggest thing for us guys off the bench is kind of knowing our role, knowing what we're here to do and how we can help this team win games. So I think everybody kind of has a great understanding. I think that, starts with vets like Corey and Hassan, two guys that have been in the league for a while, and they understand that. And then that just, allows a young guy like me to understand what I can help with. So I think we have some experience there with those two guys, and then just guys that are hungry and ready to compete, and I think that's helped us a lot.
I know you've been playing ball your whole life, and even you're a rookie, but you've been playing ball your whole life. Are there still things from game to game that you're finding that, wow, I've never seen that before? Oh, wow, that was different, and just picking up still little things along the way?
Oh, I mean, of course. I think, I think every basketball player would say that. Just you see things that you take from other guys. And, I think as the season goes on, I keep playing against, guys that I've looked up to or watched from afar my whole life. Like seeing the shots that Kyrie and James hit on TV is a little different when then it's in front of your face. It's a little different. But it is crazy. I always tell you guys, sometimes I feel like I'm in a movie or something, but it is crazy, and I definitely am trying to emulate and pay attention to what the greats are doing, because I think that allows me to keep improving my game and incorporate stuff like that into my game.
Christos Saltos.
Hello, Tyrese. How are you?
I'm good. How you doing?
I'm fine, thank you. I would like to ask you, what is your mindset about the tomorrow's game against the Heat? Not only you and the whole team. Do you is the approach that is a kind of a fresh start for tomorrow's game?
Like you're saying, what's our mentality going into tomorrow?
Yes, yes.
Yeah, I mean, I would say we just want to turn things around. Kind of our last home game before this long road trip. So, we just want to start this the right way. I think you got to go in there every day like it's a new day. Like you got something that you want to fix. And like we talked about a little earlier, I think that the Miami game, we felt like we put ourselves in position to win that game and felt like it got away from us. But they made plays down the stretch. Kudos to them, and we did not. So we just hope that we can respond and be better. And just looking forward to that challenge.
And also about you, you're starting pretty well the season. You have some games in the starting lineup. How far or how close you feel you are from the Rookie of the Year trophy, and is back on your mind that?
I don't really know. I don't get a vote in that. So I don't know how far off that is. There's a lot more basketball to be played. So if people want to crown a Rookie of the Year 20 games in, be my guest. But there's a lot more basketball to be played.
Over the last one, Jason Anderson.
Hey Ty, how you doing today, man?
I'm good. How you doing?
I'm good, buddy. Tough break for Chimezie Metu. He was getting some opportunities recently. How much do you guys feel for him in that situation? And what was your view of that play and kind of how that went down?
Yeah, I mean, I appreciate you asking me about that. It was a really tough break for Mezzi. It sucks because, he works his butt off. He's really like the first dude in this gym every day. To be like as honest as I can, I think that the play was, it's ridiculous what really happened. I think Mezzi was kind of in a bad spot. He had to find somewhere to land, and there was nowhere to go, so he kind of hung on the rim. And what I felt like what happened was definitely wrong. I try not. I don't know the best way to put it because I don't want to speak out of emotion or anything. I'm just trying to speak as honest as I can. But, Mezzi's on a two-way contract, like he's fighting to stay in this league to prove himself. And then something like that happens from a guy who's a starter, who's already proven himself. And now you put Mezzi out 4 weeks at a minimum, right? Like Mezzi's got to work hard to get back and get back healthy and be able to prove himself again. So like, it's kind of ridiculous. They haven't said anything. Like there are people who think that was right or he was in the right by any means, which is also ridiculous because again, if you think that, it's hard to understand if you think that, because Mezie has nowhere to go. He can't land on the ground there. And the timing between him being thrown to the ground and the timing of the dunk, there's not a lot of time there. It's not like he wrapped his legs around and tried to taunt. We were down 20. He's not trying to taunt him. He's trying to stay safe. Like, it's just wrong what happened. And like, I refuse to believe that there are people who actually think that JV was in the right. And, it's just a tough break for Mezie, but we're all with him, being the best teammates we can, keeping spirits up and things like that. But it's a real tough break for a guy who works his butt off. But, I know Mezie really well, and I feel like he's going to keep working and, get healthy and be able to, obviously show himself again. But it's just ridiculous, because if roles were reversed, I'm sure that this wouldn't be happening. I'm sure there would have been a flagrant, given or other things, given to Mezie, but it's a little different. So I leave that to your interpretation, but I just think it's a little crazy and it's just unfortunate, but what can you do?
Yeah, man. I appreciate the thoughtful response, Ty. Thank you.
Yep.